Hey guys, in my office space, one of the guys walked in next to me from one of the rooms next to me because he knows we do websites anyway, and he said, "Dave, do you know if this is like a DDoS attack or if it's spam or what?" I said, "What?" He goes, "I got like 1,200 emails today over the course of the..." Well, when he told me he had like 400, and it became 1,200 by the end of the day. It turned out a social influencer had bought his product like a month ago and was so impressed with it, using it, that he went ahead and put a video out about it to his followers. Lots and lots of people around the world. And so a bunch of them who have the same problem started contacting this guy for the tool. And he said, "I can't even type that fast." He goes, "This is driving me insane. I got 1,200 emails to answer," right? Just questions coming in. The questions are like these mostly, just short and sweet. "Hi, I'm interested to get one. Do you guys ship to Singapore? Where can I buy it?" This guy had made the mistake in his website, because it's a new website, of not making it easy to see how to purchase the item. So most of the hell he's going through, instead of just getting paid, is that when people came to his website, they weren't sure how to get it. All right, and you need a prescription to get it, so you have to get it from your doctor or the company doctor or something. But anyway, here's the point. I said, let me see if I can help you out, okay? And so I wrote this for our website because it has GPT-4 built into it, and so does yours if you got your website from website-installer.com. Any one of you got a website installer website, right? Your websites have this guy right here in the corner, the chat. This little cute bot here, believe it or not, is GPT-4. So it's insanely strong. All right, so here's the point. I wrote something for it. I said, "Hey, GPT-4, I'm going to give you some information about to understand our product. Then I'll give you some questions from new prospects in a list. For each question, please provide the body of an email that I can send back to them. Here's the information. After understanding this information, let me know that you're ready for the emails." And then I give them the information about the product, everything about the product, what it costs, how it works, Also, we can ship worldwide. I told how you recharge it. The product is covered by most major insurance options in the USA if the buyer can provide a prescription. And I kept telling it, open each email with a subject line or "Dear Customer" or any other salutation. And the signature line should include the phone number on the second line, I'll say, of the signature, right? Below the name. "Best regards, IT support," and then some phone number, right? I just spoofed it. We need the body of each email, so it's best to number them to coordinate with each question, right? Because the questions were numbered for this guy. If he could provide them to me in a list like this, like 1,200 of them, right? So I said, okay, they're numbered. So I need your answers to be numbered as well, And we wouldn't be able to do 1,200 at once. I don't think that that GPT-4, it wouldn't have enough RAM to get that deep. But we could do like 50 at a time, 100 at a time, and turn it into just 24 steps or even just 12, something like that. So that said, okay, answer. Always be polite. Thank the inquirer for their interest in our product. Here's the URL for those who are ready to buy. And I gave one and said, put on the new line, and then create 2 line breaks after that line with the URL on it. Now I'll give you the questions are numbered. Are you ready? And I like the whole section below, then paste that into the chat. Okay, so yeah, that was just instructions. So let's see how this thing acts, right? I gave GPT-4 this job of understanding what our product is, and it's ready for the emails to create responses, okay? I've been having so much fun explaining this to some of the guys on the phone that we're doing this, and we can hard code the process even in like our contact forms, okay? So we can make this process work in such a way that we can train GPT-4 to simply answer the questions for us. We can have it answer and send the questions to the email we use as a draft, where we clear them and then forward them on. And it can even tell us the email that the inquiry came from if we want, if we set it up that way, so it captures that information, knows what's going on, and hands it to us, right? Or it can send it to us in such a way that, we've got a CC on it or something to send it on. I don't know. We'll figure it out because there's so many ways to do this. But having said that, what I mean to say with this is we can automate what would normally be a support person's job to answer. An extension of this would be to create the live chat functionality on the side that does it too. And that's been tried in the past and didn't work very well. It was too hard to train the product because you had to teach it all the little subtitles worth of stuff, right? Here we go. How's this for cool? So let me just show you how this looks, right? Because this is looking good. I want to hit the copy right there. I'm going to open up a new notepad. I want to paste it. Okay, and I'll start at the top. Let's see. Yeah, the first one, subject, shipping iTier 100 to Singapore. Dear customer, thank you for your interest in our iTier 100 device. We're glad to inform you that we do ship our product worldwide, including Singapore. To place an order, simply visit the following webpage and fill out the order form. And it just says it, and then it signs off with what I said to sign off with. Then it does number 2, subject, where to buy it. Thank you for your interest. You can purchase our product by visiting the URL below and filling out the form. Then the next one, pricing information. We appreciate your interest. The product costs this much plus an additional that much for each month you need it. Most people only need to use it for about 3 to 8 months during each year. To purchase, visit this. Do you get it? Thank you for your interest. Buy it. Not eye drops, but a revolutionary device. That was a question. Is it eye drops or what? And it's like, thank you for your curiosity about iTier 100. It is not an eye drop product. Instead, it's a handheld device that uses this to stimulate. Blah, blah, blah. Simply hold it, activate it, press it against the side of your nose for your feet. It is doing it. Everything I put in the story, I wanted it to understand about the product, and I can add more, Wow. Yeah, thank you. The monthly charges and shipping to Turkey. So thank you for your interest. Yes, there's a monthly charge for each month you need the device. Most people only require it 3 to 8 months of the year. We're happy to inform you that we do ship to Turkey. To place your order, please visit. And it gives the URL and signs off. And then medical coverage. Thank you for your inquiry. The device is this. Most major insurance options in the USA, including Medicare, may cover the product if you provide a prescription. To purchase, visit this. Ha! Can you imagine that? The absolute coolness of being able to cycle through responses. So we would do it in such a way that we can babysit the responses at first, make sure that we go back to the original breakdown, which is the original breakdown. That's not the original breakdown. Oh, here it is. This is why. Okay. So every time something new comes up and we didn't know about it, we come back here and add some more information in here. Yeah. Also, we have new tips available for different kinds of stimulation, nerve stimulation. I mean, I don't even know. I know that they have such a thing. So anyway, throw in more. It is, it isn't, it is this, it's not that. We do this, we don't do that. Yes, it's for this. No, it's not for that. And so after you do a little of that, you're answering a bunch of questions and they turn out to be pretty much the same. You could have it continue. You know what another comment could be? It could be something like this. If you don't understand a question, please don't answer it. Instead, forward it along with the number of the question to, and then give it the email, right? Add questions to answer at mydomain.com, right? And that way, as long as it has the ability to do that, to actually open up an email body, put in the email that it should, where it's supposed to send it to, and then the subject line, it's already creating, like, can't answer this, don't know the answer to this question, and then just sticks it in there complete with a number. So the point is you can teach it to be a good citizen. It can operate on your behalf beautifully and hand the rest of the work off to you only if it must. So how does that benefit you? Well, the reality check is all the websites on website-installer.com have that functionality, okay? And if you happen to get a theme, you chose a new release or something, and you got it and you installed it and everything went well. A lot of people like this insert, by the way. This is really gripping a lot of people. So just so you know, if you don't have it, let me know. We incorporate it, right? We'll make sure it's in there because the programming should be in there for you. Along with every other thing you could want, live chat functionality and all this other stuff that we do is stock, okay? So as long as you're on the retainer, you're paying by the month or you're paying by the year annually, then you get all the upgrades for free that we add as stock upgrades to all the websites, right? That way you know you don't have to go ballistic with cost. You're just staying level and staying consistent and getting the upgrades as we put them out so that you can roll with it. All right, just letting you know we got your back. Website-installer.com. By the way, you can install any of these to a brand new domain that you don't even know the domain name of yet in like 4 minutes. You know that, right? Say you like it, you checked out the demo, you like it, you go for the details, and then you just scroll down and say, all right, this is for you. You just fill in like name, email, state, country, postal code. You don't have a promo code unless you do. Then you go down here. Don't even touch this stuff. Leave it alone because you can always overwrite everything when you get it installed. And you will anyway. It's all lorem ipsum. But just leave it like this because we're still kind of playing around with these things. And we quit for a while because we got on GPT-4. Company information is totally optional. If you take the time to fill this out, when it creates your site, it will create your company information for you all throughout the site. That way, you can write around it, but you can use the tokens and stuff, and all this stuff will be placed into your site for you. It's kind of cool, but you don't need to do that whole section if you don't want to. You can skip all of it and just deal with it later inside the MM panel. Now, do you already have a domain name? If so, put it here and change your name servers at your registrar so that it'll connect on our server. But if you need to buy a new domain name, just like so, do a search for it right here. Is this available.com? I don't know if it will be. Make sure you spell it right. I mean, this is your domain name, right? It's going to be, oh, it's not available. Somebody's got it, right? So is this available number 2? Oh, it's available. You can add it. And you just would hit the add button. And that'll add it to your order. Okay? And then you can choose if you want to pay with a credit card, which is Stripe, credit card, debit card, or go with PayPal, either one. And your subscription is monthly or annually. What's the difference? If you pay monthly, you pay monthly. If you pay annually, you actually get 2 months free. So it saves you like $60, okay? And you're not a robot, buy. Well, that's the thing. That's all you had to do. And it's going to straight install the website to your domain, and it'll make any text changes that you had to do here, if you had to do any, or else no problem, because you're going to get an email that tells you how to log in, and the videos for how to operate it are right here. Piece of cake. So literally in minutes, your website is live, and then because of all the autofill functions and content generation functions inside the site, if you already knew what you were doing, then literally it would take you 10, 15 minutes to create a basically completed website that can outcompete your competitors in your arena. And the only point I want to make to that is a lot of people make this mistake. They're like, hey, Dave, I want to get one website. Like we have all these professional services. And this is where we do the work for you. If you pay up front for the year, we do the work for you, okay? That's for one website. This is higher for 3. This is higher for 10. But if you think about it, the price per website keeps going down. Do the math, you'll see that. 10 websites, $22.45 means each website's $224.50, $225 instead of $295. You're saving $70 per website if you go this far out, because we can do the whole thing on the conveyor belt. If you buy it that way, it makes the man hours easier for us, right? That's what's helpful. Having said that, the point I want to make is, if you're going to go lowball, don't say, I'm going to go lowball and take over cheap flights on Google. Go look up the competitors for things like cheap flights. I mean, I go to Expedia when I get flights. It's not going to be where you go, but cheap flights. Okay, I want to make a point. I had to do this already with two guys that had the exact same idea, and I thought, are you kidding? If I come down to what even some website like cheapflights.com shows up, that's sponsored though, right? If I go underneath it, still the first result is cheap flights and then kayak. Do you know how hard it is to compete with these guys? Cheapflights.com. Yeah, this website alone has almost 250,000 web pages on the website. That's like every city you can leave from juxtaposed with every city you can land in. And then each of those possibilities, one page, checks constantly for the latest bargains on the prices. And they have a ton of functionality built in, okay? Now, my point is, how are you going to compete with that with one website? This is a heavyweight. You're not going to compete in a heavyweight environment. Kayak, Skyscanner. I mean, I'm not sure what Skyscanner is, but we can take a look, right? What do you think? 1,700,000 results on the website. They probably do them in multiple languages along with everything else, right? Take a look at that. Tons of languages here. That's probably why they have so many pages. Not only do they do all the combinations, they do them in like a ton of languages, right? Why would your one little website, which is informational only, compete with that? It won't. And here's how I want to make this point. If you're going to be a lightweight, think of it like boxing. Then you want to box with other lightweights. You want to hop in a boxing ring with other lightweights. You've got the best tool to compete with lightweights. Okay? This is lightweight. This is also lightweight. 3 websites, $7.95 is lightweight. This is what you do when you're operating out of a local area for a very niche thing. Okay? When you get to 10 websites, this is midweight, medium weight. Okay? And that's true even if you bring it up to 25 websites for 5K. This is medium weight. This is if you're going to box at that level. If you're a lightweight trying to box the medium weight boxing ring, you're basically always going to lose. You're never going to win. You're never going to outrank the other guys. You're not going to get hardly any sales. You might win one in a long while, but you'll get beaten up most of the time. So if you're going to be in a midweight world, you got to come in at a midweight level to compete. Those of you that want to make a ton of money, you say, I know some industries are extremely profitable and so the competition is insane. I want to go head on into that and just cram to compete with those guys. You want to be a heavyweight. If you're operating at this level or operating at that, you're a heavyweight. What are the differences? Small town homeopathy, small town Bowen therapy. You can make money with this. Tri-county area or tri-city area, tri-county area really, for homeopathy or Bowen therapy. Stuff low like that. You know, maybe the pet, like pet camps or pet grooming or pet products, you know, things like that. Or the ice cream parlors and stuff, okay? That's your low end. That's the guys who are not web savvy. They're operating in a local area. They do something that's not all that common, okay? Now, you get in the mid, and what are you talking about? You're talking about stuff like local roofers in your area, plumbers, landscapers, carpet cleaners, you know, house painters. That's mid, okay? Anybody in that realm needs to be spending for, you know, copying up for like 10 to 25 dead solid websites that are no joke, and then you can compete. You can arrange the sites like a massive franchise all feeding a center, and you can just canvas the area. You want to go for real estate? You want to go for, locksmiths. You want to go for, you know, really big stuff, legal stuff, like, well, DUI, accident attorney, you know, stuff that has huge dividends on sales, surgeries that are uncommon. Then you got to get into this arena up here to compete, or you're going to be a lightweight, if you're down here somewhere, who's trying to compete in the heavyweight ring. And all you're going to do is get stomped on. You can't make money if you're a lightweight in the heavyweight ring. Okay? So I just want to impress that upon you. It's not trying to get you to upsell. It's trying to get you to understand, know where you belong. If you're here, you belong in local areas with niche products. If you're here in the mid area and you want to make money, you want to compete and therefore make money, then yeah, you got to compete with the plumbers, the landscapers, stuff who are local in that area. You'll make money with one website if you compete like a lightweight in a lightweight world. You'll make money with 3 websites if you compete like a lightweight in a lightweight world. It will not be a lot of money, but it can certainly be profitable really quickly with the way we have our website set up today. Okay? And then if you climb to this higher level, it's because you're saying, I want to make more per sale. I want to make like $80 a sale. I want to make like $125 a sale. And I want there to be a number, and I just want to be able to get seen a lot. Okay, that's mid-range, and you can do that. And you'll absolutely start making your money at that level. Commensurate with the amount of demand in that area, okay? But if you say, ooh, I want to go big, and either, I should point out, either you're going, what happened? Did I do that? You're going for one of those, I guess I did. You're going for one of those really big industries, or you're going for big cities. Like I want to hit the DUI lawyer thing in New York City or Los Angeles or San Diego or something. You're just like gung-ho for the big cities, right? Then yeah, that kind of thing means you're going to be a heavyweight because you're up against every other DUI guy, up against every other accident attorney, up against every other guy who's there. And they're making enough money to have money to invest on their websites and improve them. We have better websites than anyone I know. They're built better fundamentally. They are incorporated with GPT-4, which puts you at the top of the game. We have a great deal of experience by now because we went through all 4 layers, learning how to use it and make it great. And we can mass produce websites where the web pages track humans against bots, and we can program in their goals, and they can try to achieve the goals on their own, and we can visually watch how people act on the websites to make sure everything's running smoothly. That's nuts. And then we can use our new little trick about getting our own systems to answer our emails for us and stuff like that. Warm people up. Okay? That's nuts. Nobody has that kind of thing. All right, so all I want to say is if you want to walk in big and you want us to do it, that's what professional services are. If you want to do something yourself, you certainly can. You can buy one website at a time for the new releases. Just stock up whatever you want to get. And if you want to get different themes, go for it. And you can take off and build whatever you want with ease on the inside of those panels. One last thing I want to remind people, because this is your right when you're building on the inside of there. If you make the pages, okay, and you don't have the batch article generation, that's in-house stuff. But if you make the pages, then you can ask a customer support when you're done. Okay, you can create a ticket and you can ask us to create pictures inside your pages. Okay, enter a ticket anytime you got any issues. You got to upload something, upload it. You need a video link you want to make an issue clear to us. Go ahead, put your description here, add it, and the category. What do you need help with? Calendly, the call to action snippet that keeps the call to action thing happening on the side of the page no matter where people scroll so that they can click it whenever they're ready and excited. The join us for the webinar bar like at the bottom of the page. Live chat, either talk to or Moment CRM for tracking. I mean, all the stuff here. And what you can do too is get images, image generation. And literally need images. That's the one. You can say, hey, I need help with buttons. I need help with images. I need help with code snippet integration, with content formatting or a different content issue. If you don't know how to get the font right or the color right or the size right, only on the headline or on the paragraph, you can ask for these questions. And we'll hop in there and do it for you and respond, and you'll get notified when it's taken care of. How's that? As long as you're on the monthly or annual retainer, we do the work. All you have to do is create the pages. We don't create your pages. You can't say, make me 50 pages for this topic to sell my thing. No, that's your job. You've got the article generation tools so that you can generate your pages to do that for you. And you can do it with DaVinci GPT 3.5, or you can do it with GPT-4. I'll get into that in a different video, how to handle all that stuff. Okay, talk to you in the next video.